he can accomplish in a more core role than usual. Obviously, he still plays a core in general, but he doesn't always get that massive amounts of farm. He's not usually on top of the CS. Well, we'll see. Black's Stage of Trust, but they're going to go for another kill.
These tossbacks from ice are really making the difference, and this time Black was ready for the teleport in. He'll sprout How, and that's going to be your first blood, and it goes the way of the Wisp. Squishy Wisp, though. The boots and bottle, sure, but still sitting at 0 armor, 530 HP, so I'm not sure how much right-clicking FY will be doing, but he'll go in now, mid lane, but Ember was actually ready. And they almost were able to turn that one. Meanwhile, bottom, Stampede's up, and it's going to be another kill for Black, onto Black. Rabbit jumps him, punishes him, collects his gold again, and meanwhile mid lane, there's a dive into FY, but they tether back, slowing How. He doesn't have his ultimate yet. He's only level 5, big overextension. Toss,
but he's got that tether, he's got the boots, he's going to be able to outmaneuver you, and that really was just a huge overextension there.
Now John diving on Moon top lane. He gets silenced, so he can't split during this time, and they'll bring him low, finish him off with Nether Toxin, and now Black arrives to push in the tower. Meanwhile, mid lane, Ice could get changed out, but this was also a bit of a trap. Not sure if they can get this kill, but they'll certainly question. He's going to move into the woods. He doesn't have Blink Dagger yet. Moo's really struggling for farm this game. Normally accustomed to going to the mid lane, but they decided the Ember would be the more durable hero to run there against this magic damage with the Flame Guard to defend. A walk in mid. There's a tether ready. It's an avalanche toss. Tossing him up in the air. He's going to be forced to split now. Ice left on his own. We'll go for the TP out. Does he make it on time? FY goes down. And they got off the boulder toss, so Ice will also fall to this. Cyclone up. Drop back down. Surrounded by the entirety of Newbee. Literally 5 heroes.
On top and in mid lane, both towers will fall, and neither were denied. Sancho taking a lot of damage here. He will go down. The Mass Servant Ward's not going to be enough to bring down Super alone, and that's going to require Rabbit to jump on in, actually overextending hard, and he will go down to the Mystic Flare.
He was so close to that double edge, just couldn't
relocate mid.
Now meanwhile the relocate, catching Banana.
Down bottom. Super has the mech, so there's a lot of durability on side of Vici Gaming. In fact, they're running a lot of treads. They're running 5 treads if you look at the item chart. They are just trying to get as tanky as possible against all this magic nuke damage. The smoke will come. Here's the Stampede.
Jump in on Super. Where's that relocate? Coming right now, directly behind Newbee, but Chain Frost was waiting, and it bounces to the Wisp, then back to the Tiny. That's not enough to get the kill. Tossing forward, they'll finish off too with the jam in from Ice. Look at the dunks, the plays. How? Dropping low to this aggression. Tiny on the move. One more auto attack would do it. Another toss. The shield saves him. The avalanche, drum charge, not enough. He can't quite get in range. Meanwhile, the Centaur stomp comes on the backside, but he's still chasing down How. Is there any sort of backup for him? He's trying to find. One said, Ice doing decent damage to this tower. The backup's gonna come in. That's a double damage Ember arriving. Triple Remnants in. It's not gonna connect on anyone. Then FY tethers all the way south, completely juking the pants of How off. They will find it with the Sleight of Fist. How is hungry for a kill. They toss. Ice tosses him onto FY. That'll make for an easier death. But the trades there from the Avatos doing good damage. Nearly finishing off Rapid Centaur as he retreats. But Bruce Blade pursues out Fenrir. In the end, the Centaur will blink away. They won't end up getting that kill. Trying to focus down the fire pan as Ice. This Bruce Split's gonna end, but they cycle it first. Still pursuing Fenrir. Blake, clap. That'll secure the kill. Meanwhile, Super and go down. Avalanche whiffs. This might be a turn. Maybe it's Hal's turn to juke. He drops low. He Sleight of Fist. Searing Change tries to retreat. I think negative Urn's gonna tick him down. He ends up falling to that. Great awareness from FY. Doesn't really seem like the best bounty for Newbee to capture.
Especially since they don't have any TPs for bottom now. They have to Mass Serpent Ward their own tower to try to keep it alive, and I'm not even sure if that'll work. The Mass Serpent Ward's feeding gold away to Black, and then they're going to at least take down a quarter of this tower's HP, moving towards half now. But we do see the movement from Rabbit. They might be able to turn this around.
Oh, he gets a good jump here. Onto Fenrir Black. Nicely done. Chain Frost to follow this up. It bounces perfectly to the hero that's about to die, then to the one that's dropping low, and lastly to Super. Now the triple remnant in. They'll find 3 here. Newbee, super isolated. He's doing decent damage to Rabbit, but simply not enough to strengthen. Unfortunately, Newbee just don't have the perfect heroes to gank around the map this actively. They have Centaur, he's decent, but bottom lane, jumping on Banana. With the Aghanim Scepter, Banana won't live for long. This forces out a Stampede, but the Urn, combined with the Spirit Balls, will take him down. Meanwhile, How is chasing FY. Once again, really off on his own. He needs Ice to help him, but that's not going to happen. Ice, he'll need a Battle Fury, and then he'll need a Daedalus, and maybe another Battle Fury before he really comes online. And they focus Ice here. He'll toss Avalanche as well as Super begins the chase. Focusing on Banana, and Black will TP with his BKB. Just finishing up the lich immediately. No! In BKB! Black now gets shackled! Double edge! Where's the BKB? Black that cost him his life. Now the Bruce split. They'll Cyclone up the Tiny, and if they can buy back on Black, they could potentially turn this, but he doesn't have the gold for it. He's 300 gold short. What a costly error as Ice begins to tank that fabled Chain Frost. Now surrounded by the Bruce Split. There's going to be a clap after this, though. He is surviving for now. The toss up, toss back down, Rabbit lives long enough. They get the kill on Black. They lose 2 of their big cores. It's up to Super and FY to carry the Viper's still alive, though. He's relocated out. Saved at the buzzer by FY. But this might mean that Ice is on his own. He's been cycloned. The Chain Frost stops bouncing as a result. There was nothing for it to bounce to. And they'll keep on working on the tier 3 tower. The high ground siege begins in earnest. Rabbit in position on the backside, but how does he go into this? That's the tough question. Moo, no BKB. If he runs in, he's dropping quickly as well. Everybody in his zone. Rabbit engages a good stomp, but the immediate reply from Ice as he avalanches, then gets silenced by the Orchid of Black, and Rabbit just gets caught in this crowd. Ends up going down. He gave his life for the Rex. They still lost the Rex anyway. A frustrating outcome is
they're going for more.
Tony's in the base, man. Whenever Tony gets to your base, it's always bad news bears, and he just starts clubbing. He's got plenty of gold in the bag as well. He's nearly completed Assault Crash before this fight breaks out. Move forced to BKB, just getting auto attack down by Super. They'll lose to late Brax for this. He's still got Aegis. He's still got the Aegis that just keeps him pounding into Newbee. That's too late down. It only takes a few more slices to bring down the range. Ice, new friend, the Rock Man. At GG, Newbee just had no shot against Vici this game, it felt.
Relocating the fountain, FY, madman. That's awesome. But
just go Scepter in the fountain and survives.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know. One thing I feel I can talk about things that Newbee could have done differently. One thing is that the Brewmaster prioritized stats over Drunken Haze, so even when the Manta style was on cooldown, they really couldn't control the Tiny. They could only control with the split, which, as we saw, has its weaknesses between the ulti cooldowns. So I think Haze priority